আমার টপিকটা প্রবাবলি সবচেয়ে বোরিং টপিক আজকে। সো আমার কথা বলার যে বিষয় নিয়ে কথা বলতে চাচ্ছিলাম আজকে সেটা ছিল Evoking the Ancients and Re-Orienting the Curating. গাল ভরা নাম, but I hope it's not going to be that serious of a topic. So just want to get you guys involved in the process. What is curating? Anyone? Ke bolte chai? I know some people have experiences, so I'm not going to call on them until. So, anyone? What is curating? Who knows the answer? Shahjano. Well, one answer. What else? Anybody? Tayara? What is curating?
I don't know, curating is making your artwork look even better.
Okay, that's one way to look at it. So, I think curating is basically Shadhin. Curation শব্দটা comes from a curator, right? So, curator এক সময় was just simple as someone who used to be at the Darwan, you know. But I think these days it's got a different meaning altogether. This word came into fashion the last couple of decades, maybe the last decade actually. So, why is it so important? You know. What do you have for breakfast?
I have almond and bread.
You know that saying that what you eat is what you are, right? What you consume is what you are. So by that definition, you ate an omelette. Okay, let's get it. But basically, what we consume is what we are, and what we consume is very important because that shapes our society, shapes our environment, shapes our being, right? So, what is the thing that you are consuming the most these days? Who can say? Ke bolte parbe? Pollution. What else? Facebook. Okay. So basically, what is Facebook, right? It's bits, ones and zeros, information. You're all always connected. You're always connected. Information is at your, tip of your hand. Mad Coffee didn't spend any money on promoting through any other mediums, right? Viral. It was just ones and zeros. So this is the first time in human history that you're getting so much information, and that's the reason we need to curate. So curating is actually not someone like who does art exhibitions, his job. We are all curators in our way, you know? A lot of you guys listen to music, right? Most of you. You have your song list. That is curation. So, some people may do gardens. They bagane ki gach lagabe, bashar ma kintu shei curate kore. Bashar ki bajar anbe, that is curation. Curation is very important because with so many options comes responsibility. And ajke I want to distract you. I want to trouble you and maybe inspire you. So, a show of hands, please. Who is interested in the arts? 3, 4, 5, 6. And reluctant. Yeah, but some few. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What is art? Anybody? Tomoy. Yeah. You have no idea. Anybody? Please. Okay, it's a way of expressing yourselves. Brilliant. Anything else? Expressing ourselves. Anything else? Alia, artist, who's showing us her work here. What is art?
Compulsion.
Compulsion. Okay. You right there, the shirt, yeah, pink shirt. What is art to you? Passion. Brilliant. Okay. Well, if an artist doesn't really feel passionate about working on something, yet making that work, that will not be art.
Deep down, I think the passion comes.
Okay, let me ask you another question then. Is art right there, where you see these pieces hanging, is that art? Or whatever, whatever, any of these panels, are that art? Is that art? Just being there, it's art.
I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think that's just part of the art. The real process actually happens in your heart, in your consciousness. When you connect to a piece and it does something to you. Otherwise they're just things on the wall, right? There's plenty of things on the street, right? But any of those things can be a piece of work, a piece of art to you if you create meaning with that, right? Tolmar, could you experience that here? Anybody else has any experience with curation here? Nobody. End of silence. Anyone wants to be a curator? Oh, there's one. Okay. So why do you want to be a curator?
Because I think it lets me understand a lot of different aspects of art and different aspects of information that I don't understand right now. And I don't really have to be able to practice or express those things, but I will be able to understand. That's what I want to understand rather than...
Understanding, yes. So I think that's the key word here. You know, a good curator makes you go through a journey. When you go to an exhibition or a museum or a gallery or read a book or read a collection of stories that is by an editor that can take you on a journey, that's a good curator. That journey is very important, you know. How you would showcase your work, your understanding the world, that is good curation. So let's talk about modern art, modernity, because part of my work is about ancients, right? Any of you guys like modern art? Show of hands. Contemporary art. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 50 people. Okay. What? Who doesn't like modern art? Let's see. Let's see. Come on, be honest. There we go. Honest and bold guy. Why don't you like modern art? You don't get it, really. Is there any kind of art that you like? Digital. But you're not calling it modern though. What is modern to you? Well, I like this artist called Peter Beard. He's a madman. He spent his life in Africa, and he photographed everything. You know, whatever he was a poacher. He worked with the gaming industry. He was conservationist. All of that. And he said something that's really stuck to me. He said something really profound. He said, anything that is life-affirming is art. And I really agree to that. You know, I think that's a great way to start looking at art. Have any of you guys seen the map of the world upside down? Have you ever tried that? You ever thought about it? There is no north, there is no east, there is no west, south. That's man-made creation. The earth doesn't really care about whether which is top, which is down, you know. But you always look at the world from one perspective. But there are lots of ways. I got 5 minutes. I'm so sorry. Anyways, so I want to give you some examples of where how we can perceive the world differently. You know, I want to share. You know, this is a great artist called Sultan, right? Sultaner Adam Surat ছবিটাকে দেখেছেন? Yeah. Remember, there is a quote there. You know, a lot of people. Any of you know why the muscles are so big in Sultan's paintings? It's not realistic, right? Why are they so big? Because he was taking on all the lies that the World Bank made, the corporations made. You know, the pesticide. The bigger their lies were, the bigger he made the muscles of his man. Okay? So that's a statement, a profound statement right there. There's this guy called Tipu Sultan, right? You know Tipu Sultan, right? He made this amazing device called Tipu's Tiger. He hated the colonizers, he hated the Brits. And he made a device called Tipu's Tiger, which was artwork that is in Victoria and Albert Museum right now, ironically. That was a soldier named Monroe who's lying down, and this tiger is actually jumping on him and mauling him. So, and as far as modern is concerned, you know, I mean, look at history, I mean, human existence, just a blink of an eye. There are caves in France called the Chauvet Caves. They're 30,000 years old. And we dwell with, Greek, Mesopotamian, Babylonian, Mohenjo-daro civilization. These are 3,000, 4,000 years old civilization. Whereas we are talking about 40,000 years ago, art created 40,000 years ago. So what is modern to you, what is ancient to you, you decide. I just think all of you guys, doesn't matter which sector you're working in, whether you're a biologist, whether you're working in the sciences, whatever it is, there is room for curation. There is room for curation because what you, in your profession, in your work, show us, shapes the world around you. So you can curate. You have to curate because there's so much information. So whether it's a playlist that you're sharing, whether it's photographs that you are sharing on Instagram, you're actually curating your world, you're curating our world. So what you're consuming makes a difference. So there's a fantastic quote by Marcel Proust, and he says, the real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new lands, but seeing with new eyes. So, the references I gave you are maybe minuscule, but maybe far little. But I ask you to look at the world upside down, to look at it differently. You don't have to curate shows in a museum or galleries or in a white space. This is a fantastic space. This is let's have a big round of applause for Mad Coffee Show. I think this initiative is this initiative of curation, to take power in your own hands, to be able to express in whatever format you can, is empowerment. And we need a lot more of that. So thank you all. If you guys are going to get in touch with us, there is a Facebook page, Longitude Latitude 6. We invite people to, talk to us, give us new ideas. If you want to do something interesting, tell us. And little news, if I may, Taira, সেটা হচ্ছে Longitude Latitude 6 এর একটা নতুন ফরম্যাট আমরা চলে যাচ্ছি. We are actually getting into a more permanent space. We're calling it Lila, where minds come to play. So it's going to be a permanent space where you can come in, look at artworks, interact with other people, engage. And interestingly, our host today, Max, had the first show yesterday there. So thank you, Max, for the show yesterday. And thank you all for being here and have a fantastic day and tomorrow as well. Thank you.